Is there any chance at all that you can hold old Buttercup?
Gimme.
Is everybody excited?
I'm excited.
Alrighty. I'm excited.
One more deer.
Listen to
At
the
least.
power of that beauty.
At least one more deer.
At least 1 or 12.
Ride her right down. In the snow you can. It is that time of year again.
Welcome back, everybody. It is officially buck season 2020.
And this year, we're coming to you live from the compound.
This year we decided we'd switch it up a little bit and do our opener on site. The compound will be occupied for the first time in rifle season, and we're excited.
Yeah, and because this is an enclosed blind, according to the law, we've got to have at least 100 square inches within, 15 feet of it?
Yeah.
Within visibility 360 degrees. So we got a vest we're going to wrap around one of the trees, and we'll call this stand ready to go.
We will. We got our normal crew up this year. Mark, John, myself, Chris, Caden. I believe my dad's going to be up here. He'll probably come up for the day on Saturday and then again on Sunday. So all of the regular stands will be covered. We've had some pretty good sign through the archery season. Some opportunities we didn't get any to capitalize on, but definitely a great kickoff to the whitetail season here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, towards the end of archery, it seemed like the rut was just getting started, so I think we might still be kind of on the coattails.
I'm thinking we're still in the rut. There was a little bit of a slow start to it this year. Mm-hmm. It kicked off. It seemed like it went into full swing, and the last 2 weeks, it seemed like it died out a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
Well, and I think the weather played a lot of it because 2.5 weeks before the end, we were looking at 75 degrees up here.
Yeah,
and then 4 or 5 days after the temperatures came down, then we were dealing with 30, 40 mile an hour winds.
Those temperature fluctuations definitely play a role in altering the rutting cycle. But in past years, we've had rut through rifle season, and it's really worked out well for us. So I'm hoping that it plays into our favor again this year.
Yeah, and the miserable weather conditions, Uncle Mark always said, if the deer are miserable in the woods, so are you. So why stand in the weather and put up with it? But on the first opening Sunday of archery season, we'll put a clip up Sunday afternoon, 40 mile an hour winds, pouring down rain, and an 8-point chasing a doe right across the front front of camp.
Yeah, and one of the biggest buck that we've ever shot here on the property was Chris's 9-point. That was taken at
Miserable weather again?
Miserable weather, snow, sleet, freezing rain, wind, and it walked 30 yards out from his stand. Just prime opportunity. And if you would have been back at camp, snuggled up with your snuggie and watching a movie with a hot cup of tea, that deer walks by your stand and it's a missed opportunity. So.
With icicles too, like
Yeah.
in the ground, like coming up with all the blood. It was so cool. But it was.
So speaking of weather, what's the forecast look like this week?
So last I checked, Saturday and Sunday should be great weather. I mean, highs barely touching the lower 50s, which is a little warm for my liking, but ultimately overnight lows are going to be in the 30s, which is great. You get one, you don't have to worry about getting it out of the, off the mountain and down to a processor and into a refrigerator. So the Saturday and Sunday this year should be really good for us. Monday's looking a little wet. And then Tuesday
And
looks like a
windy.
mixed bag with some wind mixed in there. So I guess this year we're thankful that we have a Saturday and for the first official Sunday in rifle season to spend our time in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So it's there's one positive to it this year, that we have an extra day to hunt, which is the first Sunday in Pennsylvania in rifle season. And it is a decent day. Last year, the first and second day, they were pretty rough. You had, 8, 10, 12 inches of snow and some wind, and all the trees were coated, and it was silent. There was maybe a dozen shots for the first 2 days up here. So let's hope we have something that works in our favor with this decent weather.
Also new this year, we've got some official NCPA Outdoors merch.
Yeah, it's pretty
Merch,
cool
as they
stuff
call
we
it.
got going. Chris has some connections there, worked up some pretty nice stuff for us, and we're looking at doing a giveaway.
Yeah, so stay tuned to the end of the video and we'll tell you how you can get your hands on one. We're going to give away a couple of them.
I've learned a tremendous amount about predicting whitetails' behavior. There's some telltale signs that shows they're visibly gay.
Good luck.
Look.
Good luck, Aiden. Keep your eyes peeled. See you when you crack one off.
Good luck.
Good luck. They're so weird in the winter. Like they're black.
What are you doing?
Those are hard.
Is it nap time?
were paying attention on that side.
I was looking and all of a sudden I see a tail and it scared me so.
And she snuck the whole way down till she was right in front of you.
Do you need a ride?
Stop. Stop. Listen. Did you guys hear any of that?
No.
Oh my gosh.
What, deer?
I don't know how you didn't hear. Did you hear the snorting?
No.
The grunting?
All I heard was his boots.
Like, not even up to, like, when doing this, they were still grunting and running.
Nope, never heard it.
Listen, you'll hear them back in there. She's walking. When you guys got to right where the plow is, they took off and beeline back to Ghost. And then they turned around and they came back. And then when you got right up here where the orchard opens up, then she took off and he just grunted right behind her.
Huh.
Like mass chaos. I see this light, this red light bobbing, and there's deer running all over the place, and you guys are still bobbing. I'm like, stop, listen.
I saw you waving. I saw him waving. I thought you guys were just waving to each other.
Like, stop, listen. Oh. I got all my excitement for the day in the last 5 minutes. I didn't see a thing other than those turkeys.
We saw 7 gobblers.
Yeah. Oh, the flock of hens, it was like 20 birds.
Well, we saw 7 gobblers, and then a couple hours later, 14 was a mix of jakes and hens.
Yeah, that's the group I saw.
And
There
then
was 6,000 squirrels.
And 6 squirrels.
3 doe, individual
Yeah.
doe throughout the day.
Yeah, I didn't see a deer up until now. I didn't even see them. All I saw was silhouettes.
Well, I hope that's not gonna be another one of those seasons where, holy cow, I'd like to see at least 1 or 2 the first day, make you feel like, just go someplace and lay down, and they just don't move. You know they're here someplace, they're just
Lots of places to lay down.
Put the stashes in there. Pan's hot.
What do you got going?
Sustenance.
Truth is, I didn't want to be done with any old truck stuff. I wanted to stay with you, and I needed an excuse.
Why don't you ask?
Well, you guys said no, and I had a hard time handling rejection.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, living people.
Oh, I'm full. I'm getting fat now.
Are you full?
Yeah.
You're full, all right. Full. I'm not gonna tell you why. You've already-
You're full of a lot of stuff. This
Go
stuff,
with a Cool Whip.
what I do is I eat it in the freezer.
Yeah, we'll set it down here so we can get some. Get out of my way.
Good luck. Keep your eyes peeled. Make it happen. Like right there. Okay, we got one deer in for the day.
That's the second time now.
They didn't leave here.
Alright.
Yesterday, they were on that one. Today.
Good luck. Talk to me.
Making history. First buck on a Sunday.
Congratulations.
And he's a nice one too.
What way did they come from? Was it, you think, one of those ones we...
You know the one we jumped this morning?
Yeah.
Same direction.
Huh. Alright. I'll grab Caden and we'll be over.
Yeah, alright. See ya.
Alright, bye. Heck yeah. Making it happen at camp. Congratulations. So are they all up top then?
All up top.
Really?
Straight in the line. It was the lead doe, then him, and then two behind him.
Two more doe.
Yeah, three doe total. It wasn't the mom and the twins, because two of the doe were pretty big. One was small. Nice buck for up on top of the mountain. A symmetrical 8-point. He's fighting too. He's got a gouge in his neck.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. He's a trophy for up here.
First Sunday in...
For a Sunday hunt. Beautiful animal. I can see him coming from all the way back there, but all that thick stuff, I couldn't count the points.
Yeah.
And I knew it was a big buck, but we have that 4-point. And I'm like, oh, is it him? Isn't it? Is it? And it took until here that I could count another time. And I'm like, okay, it's at least a 6.
That's a nice buck.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, then I get to stand.
Oh my god. Look at it. Did he fight?
He's got some gouges.
So the three of us got Joel's buck back to camp, got it hung up. Caden stayed back to help Joel dress and skin it. I came back out to my stand, and it's about 9:30 now. It's been about an hour, I guess. And Caden's coming back out. Joel is going to drop down to the bottom of the mountain and push up through to Caden and I, and see what happens with that. It is blue sky and sunshine today, high 50. So a drive should be good, because otherwise I don't know how productive of a day it would be for deer on their feet this afternoon. So in the hour it's been since I've been back out here, the only thing I've seen are squirrels dragging corn cobs from all the way up on top in the field. All right, he went back up to get his pack out of the compound. He's coming back down. I'm gonna put him in our grandfather's stand, and then I'm gonna drop about 75 yards to the point. That way we can still see each other, still hear each other if we need to talk, and I'll be able to look down over the backside, and he'll have the upper side. Here's the view from the point. Our dad built this stand, oh man, I was younger than Caden. This is easily 40 years now. And down here on the rails, he carved new directions, west. And it's 11 o'clock right now. But when this shadow hits, there you go. When that shadow would hit that center line, you can see the blast. That's when the siren would go off down in town, and you'd know it was noon. Getting pretty close. Then northwest, north, it goes the whole way around. Then the same thing here, when the shadow would hit. You know, it's 3 o'clock. East, southeast, south. What else is pretty cool? I remember sitting in this stand with Dad during the, I think it was like the 3-day doe season, carving my name in there, 1990. Gosh, it's 30 years ago. The face of that board's been taking the weather. You can just barely feel those grooves. But I don't know how we both fit in here, because if I back up, oh yeah, can't even fit through the trees anymore. Pretty tight. Just the size of a old pallet. I mean, we've replaced the floor since then, but somehow we both fit in here. And that is one of the original, or not one of, well yeah, one of, because we had 2 of them in here. I haven't been able to bring myself to get rid of that. That is one of the original white birch stumps that we sat on. The other one disintegrated a couple years ago. There was nothing left of that one. But a lot of good memories in this stand. Remember the one day Dad and I were sitting in here, and just the way this land lays, I got the hiccups. Couldn't keep my mouth shut to keep them in, and every time I would hiccup, it would just pierce through the silence and echo. Dad and I just started laughing. Shh, you gotta be quiet. And then I would hiccup again, and we'd start laughing again. Well, Joel's up top, no tails. He said plenty of fresh sign though. He said a lot of scrapes and rubs. So I'm gonna climb down out of here, head up to the compound, close those windows because it is supposed to start raining tonight. I want that blowing in. Because I imagine that's where we'll be all day tomorrow, in that. But yeah, so I'll close those windows. Left my pack, all my gear, and stump, so I think that's where I'll spend the night. The rest of the day, rest of the night. What'd you say? Anything? Nothing. Just those gobblers.
And like 600 squirrels. Corn cobs, they live in the tree stand. Home camp home.
He took it down, huh?
There's supposed to be a deer hanging there. He already took it down.
He's got the heat on full blast.
Another exciting day.
You gonna use that truck tomorrow, Chris?
Nope. Why?
Unhook that battery.
Why are you sleeping in tomorrow?
Pretty much.
What'd you say?
His eyelids.
His
No, I didn't fall asleep at all today. Except, no,
Because there was nobody there to verify that.
no, I didn't fall asleep
How
once.
many deer did you say?
No, and I saw gobblers though.
Well, I put 6 deer down to you. They run right past that thing, so you must have been asleep. Yeah. You really were sleeping, weren't you?
No,
A little bit. Well, maybe I didn't put a driver on that. What'd you see, Chris?
A whole lot of nothing until the last 10 minutes. Yeah, I think that was a good call this morning. I think that was a good call this morning.
I'm cooking that mud. These are your kind of days, though.
11:15 Monday morning. We're the only ones left. Got up this morning at 4:45 and it was just pouring. We went back to bed. Joel took his deer down yesterday afternoon. Mark went down last night. John just left a few minutes ago. There's 3 doe out in the soybeans in the pouring rain and the wind. And you're going to school tomorrow. John and Blaze will be back up tomorrow afternoon. Mark will be back up Wednesday. Joel said he'd either be back up Tuesday or Wednesday. Gotta figure out what we're doing with you. Whether you're coming back up Friday after school, I'm gonna wait until then to come back up, or if I'm gonna take you down and come back up later tomorrow. I don't know. What do you think, Mr. Spiky? What should we do? I guess we'll cut her there and come back to you when we figure things out. All right, Wednesday morning, and I'm headed back to camp. John and Blaze are up there now. Joel, I'm not sure if he's coming up today or tomorrow. Mark will be up tomorrow morning. Not sure what Dad's doing. He was up Saturday for the day, but left before everybody got back to camp. What else is going on? Caden, he'll be back up on Friday, and the weather is a completely different story for the middle and the second half of this first week. Morning lows going to be chilly, snow showers in the forecast, so it should be hopefully much better deer hunting. At least it'll finally feel like buck season as far as the weather goes. I'm home! Well, I bumped 4 deer on the way out. 2 doe and 2 tails. You can hear them all up there yelping. That's pretty cool. I can't remember in recent memory any years during rifle season and seeing turkeys. Usually they're always down at the bottom of the mountain in the fields. It seems like as soon as fall turkey season starts, they're nowhere to be found, and we don't see them again until spring. But that was pretty cool. 42 turkeys. I haven't even been in this stand for 15 minutes. 2 doe, 2 tails, and 42 turkeys. Snow on the ground, blue sky and sunshine, 30 degrees. Love this.
favorite haunts of the mule deer. The hills are cut up and crossed in every direction by canyon-like ravines and valleys, which branch out and subdivide, providing a maze to baffle pursuers. Fred Bear and Jack Bell of Michigan have come a long way to match their skill with the bow and arrow against the large bucks reported to be plentiful here.
Hey, John.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Whole bunch of turkeys. That's it.
The turkey still driving you nuts?
Yeah, all morning.
Any deer?
No. How about you guys?
I pushed a decent spike into place there this morning, and
was 9 doe. Had binoculars on them all before I turned the camera on. I'm sure they're all headed here in the dreams.
Say one sandwich, huh?
One sandwich is all I need. So what are you thinking? Coming out back or are you going up? We're gonna wait till he gets here.
Wait till he gets here, but if you get one, call and I'll come down.
All right.
Need help. Now, I mean, when you get yours.
Here comes the traveling circus. John. Hey, John.
Hey, Chris.
What are you guys seeing?
How you doing?
5 doe and flock of turkeys.
Yeah, I just talked to Mark. I just got up here about 9 o'clock. I guess he's up to his stand, so I told him I'm just going to have a cup of coffee here and get dressed. I told him to see what you wanted to do here, come back down if you wanted to drive something around or do whatever.
Yeah, so I told him this morning, I said, whatever you guys want to do, just let me know.
Yeah, there's
What-
nobody hunting. It's sad.
Yeah, I've only heard, I think, 2 gunshots, and they weren't anywhere remotely even close.
No kid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shoot a doe. You know,
Mm-hmm.
my hopes of a buck have severely been diminished, believe me. Holy heck.
All right, well, yeah, I mean, if you could come up with a plan, I can drop down out of here and come across the road and come up through the Laurel or whatever you guys are thinking.
Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do, Chris. I'll go up there, take this little strip up to Mark while he's sitting in that stand, and then we'll call you, and we'll go down there in the Laurel stands there in the cage in the tube.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to come over, you can drive my Jeep, because I'm just going to walk right out of camp here. So just take my Jeep and park it, you know, down there across the creek here in that little flat. If you want to come up through that Laurel, then that might be a good idea, Chris.
All right, yeah, that'll work. All right, so I'm going to lay back here until I hear from Mark or John. That way I know that they're in the Laurel, in the stands and situated, ready to go before I drop down. Because if I follow this water down the mountain any further, I lose all cell phone reception, so I won't be able to know for sure when to get started. But this ledge is where Caden and Joel and I saw that buck chasing that doe last year, Friday afternoon. So, hello.
Okay, we'll set up.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news,
What?
but I think you guys just pushed every deer out of that Laurel.
Why?
Holy crap. Unbelievable. 4-point and a doe. Just came flying up over that ledge and stopped right there looking at me. Well, I got the gun up. That wasn't even but 5 or 6 minutes ago.
No kidding.
Yep.
Well, let's see what happens.
All right. Yeah, give me, well, till I get down the bottom across the creek and back in, be about 15, 20 minutes.
Take your time.
All right. Good luck.
All right.
See you in a bit.
Thank you. Yeah, bye.
That was pretty awesome. Turned around, they were literally right behind me. 10, maybe 12 yards. Let's roll.
should see them. I mean, boy, if they're way over there, you might have tough shoot. But at least you'd see deer come out. But
All right, so it is the last hour and a half. I'm set up in the point. John is in our grandfather's old stand, and Mark is in Joel's stand over on the ridge. On my way out, when John and I parted ways, I did bump a doe, not even 20 yards after him and I split, and she was, I'd say probably 75 yards straight ahead of me, bedded, and she ran straight away from me. I had the gun up, safety off. I did bleat once to get her to stop and turn, but she didn't. She just kept running straight. There's a deer. Come on, where's the two older ones? All right. Bye. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes. And then we'll get up there and see what Mr. John got.
That's so hard.
Oh my goodness, there's so
This turkey season or deer season? It is 9:30. That is the second shot we've heard all morning just now. Friday morning. I guess we're gonna head in, get some breakfast. Those turkeys are all down below us.
They're yelling.
We'll head in,
I'm getting mad at them saying stop yelling.
get some coffee, something to eat. Mark probably headed back in by now, I would think. He's probably back there. John?
What's this stuff dumb? I didn't see a single thing. And I'll come back out then.
John should be arriving if he hasn't already. And we'll get a game plan together for some late morning, early afternoon drives.
I'm walking.
You the driver? Okay.
No, let's not get by a car. That's a little one. You want this shit.
Looks like Coyote's got to it. How about that?
How do you get by a car?
Yeah. This close to the road. Probably didn't get too far.
Shots.
Hey, first drive. I'm down here at the bottom of the mountain. Mark and Caden are going to go up a little bit higher. And then John's going to come across above them. So I'm going to get up here in this bowl, get set up. All this beech brush in here is thick. So visibility goes for a premium. But those deer come running down off this finger. And I was just sitting here, looked over to my left. And if that doesn't tell the story, I don't know what does. Well, what happened?
I shot
You shot what?
a deer.
And did we get it?
No.
What do you think?
I'm happy I got one. Well, didn't get one, but shot one.
About a, what, 50-yard shot at a running buck.
At 325.
We followed the trail, very easy to see where he ran, going up over the cliff.
There's another deer right there.
And there was no hair, no blood. Followed the leaves for, what, 200-300 yards. After letting them go for half hour, 45 minutes after the shot, at least a good 45 minutes.
Head tracker. Where you got blood? Which way do you go?
So, right, you can see right there's the stand.
Okay.
She was standing, she came in this way, so quartering to us.
Okay.
She was standing right here when he shot. There's
I shot again.
a drop of blood there, 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 and then here's all the hair.
Hair, yeah.
And then
Hair. White. A lot of white hair, yeah. It ain't gonna hurt to give this. Maybe go back, get something to eat, and give it some time.
like I said, she was quartering to us. You can see the stand right there. So she was quartering to us, and when he shot, she kind of like wheeled up, spun around, and then took off going that way. I mean, he had the gun on her for 2 minutes. I kept telling him to wait until she took a couple more steps to be more broadside instead
Like
of,
2 more minutes and I'm dead.
yeah. Then we were quickly running.
His gun.
Yeah,
Oh, it sounds heavy.
yeah, it was his. Quickly running out of light.
I was just walking up the road. I thought, well, that's Chris or Mark. That sounded too heavy for a 243. I knew it was one of you guys back here.
6:30.
You guys getting in here?
I'll get into bed.
This is the tail light thing.
Let's go get a dough. Here we are.
Grind it down.
Well, I was just gonna say, do you want to just stay here and move the truck ahead as we're going, following it, or?
Clumsy shit. Hopefully we don't have to move it too far.
Well, that's a good idea.
That would be good. Very, very good.
You want me to turn this on, or?
Okay, we need that just
Okay.
yet.
You have a flashlight, Mark?
Yeah.
As long as we get blood. But we gotta.
Well, right here's the hot thing. Here. Put that
Right here.
right here. Oh, look at that.
There's a good bit.
That is a lot.
Stop there for a minute.
Where'd she go?
Right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, good bit right here.
Alright, now it's like a lot.
Boy, any second you think we gotta come up on her.
Yeah, I know it.
She comes around back to him now. She comes around and goes back over to him.
Either that or she knows we're on
I think we gotta, yeah. I think we gotta just back out and I'll just come back over in the morning.
I'd take it down on the floor. See where she's at.
Yeah. Where you at?
We have a problem with the truck.
Oh no.
Slipping. Transmission slipping on that rock. Maybe hit a transmission line or something. I got Johnny's keys. I'm gonna come back out. Where you guys at?
The second laying down here.
Yeah. You have orange, bud? I do have my flagging tape.
Friggin' bears or coyotes or we did what you could do. You know, you jumped her, now it's time to back out.
Yep. Well, it's been an hour.
Yeah.
Should we head over and get your dough?
Yeah. And the circus is back.
Yeah, the circus is back in town over there.
It's not the boys are back in town. The circus is back in town. So close.
Is everybody excited?
I'm excited.
Alrighty. I'm excited.
One more deer.
Listen to
At
the
least.
power of that beauty.
At least one more deer.
At least 1 or 12 more.
I'm just tired.
Stand back from the vehicle.
You boys get back. Let the men take care of this.
Stand back from the shooter. For he is about to commence laying them down. I unsheathed my bowie knife. I carved a path through a wall of human flesh. Felling a Rocky Mountain goat under one arm trailing my canoe behind. Yes, I have been in the mountain too long. Are you watching,
I'm gonna watch.
Magoo?
What?
We have Magoo on watch. And I'm here. I'm the one that's going to hear him coming. There's probably one right out there now.
Some of it's
Great big one. Oh, there he is. He's a big one. Look at him up there. Look at him. He's right there in that corner.
what gauge is not working today?
Hey, they're all
He was out of gas and heated over
out of
coming
gas,
down.
overheated. Well, we had all kinds of fun coming down.
All right, so we jumped her. She was right down in there. So go down around and we'll go to that hemlock. She's gonna be laying down here in these tops. Yes, I got a feeling.
Stop shaking.
So, blood there.
What over here? Right there. There's some more.
Still see leaves kicked up straight through here. So right here's where we were just standing. And right there she is.
Ooh, blood out. Or do you think that was coyotes?
As small as that is, that was probably a fox.
Jeez, fat.
Holy cow.
And we were right there.
We were literally 5 steps away from her. Good job, buddy.
Actually, my first doe.
Good job. Yeah, let's see where you
How
did.
old do you think she is?
A year and a half. He was last year's fawn.
We went right here and said, look, he's there. And she was right there.
Well, I was looking at right there. Those leaves turned up. Right there, because we were standing back there. And as low as she's laying against that log behind there,
She was probably trying to go up.
how about that? Yeah, where were you?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you were sitting right there the whole time I was on the phone.
Oh, I guess it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, it is. With those logs.
Alright, time to call all the run.
So what do you think, young man? Buck last year,
And now doe.
spring gobbler,
And
now a doe.
Squirrel.
and a squirrel, yep. In the snow you can. All right.
Wait a minute, aren't we forgetting something?
Yeah, well, wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
We're giving something away this time, aren't
Yeah,
we?
that wasn't the end of the video.
Yeah, all right. Well, thanks for reminding us, Caden.
Yeah.
So we're thinking of a contest, and the idea behind this one is leave a comment down below.
You gotta be a subscriber.
Correct. Yeah, you have to be a subscriber and you have to leave a comment. But we want to know some of the silliest or craziest things that has happened to you in the woods. And just a personal story with me. Like most of you, I have a few weapons in the gun safe, and I've been a believer in rifle season, shooting just a few different brands. And back in the day, I had Remington Core-Lock. That was my go-to round. Well, every box looks exactly the same. So me in my haste, loading up all my gear, I leave house, get to camp, ready to get all my gear put together, and I'm putting my rounds in my bag, and I realize I have 243 shells and not .6 shells. So luckily, there's a few extra 30-06 owners at camp, so I was saved by the good graces of my brother sharing his ammunition that year. But share some of your crazy stories with us, and some of the best ones we'll pick, and we'll roll out in a future video as to who won.
And if you don't have any crazy stories from in the woods or from deer season, just let us know what deer season means to you.
Yeah, what's special about it?
Everything.
Yeah, we've gone through in the past about just the family, the camaraderie, you know, the history that ties us to this property and to what we call rifle season, buck season. So, you know, if you don't have a crazy story that you want to share, we know everybody has one. Share with us what rifle season means to you.
Yeah, so pretty simple. All you got to do is just be subscribed to the channel, give us a little thought on what we talked about, and then I'd say maybe 2-3 weeks after the video goes live, we'll reply back to the random comments that we're going to use then for the giveaway.
Yeah.
These tumblers are really cool. They're 20-ounce tumblers. They're stainless steel, double wall vacuum. I've had coffee in them for 3 hours, piping hot. 12 hours later, still warm. So these are pretty decent tumblers.
Yeah. Yep.
And each one is unique. They're individually hydro dipped. So each pattern is different. They are official NCPA outdoors merchandise. They've got our "We Do It for the Deer" registered trademark on the side. And on top of that, then, what are they? Clear coat.
Yeah.
No, not clear coat.
An epoxy coat.
Yeah, like a epoxy.
Yeah.
So they're super smooth.
Yeah. And they also have some pretty nice bucks adorning the sides of those,
This
of
one
those
and
tumblers.
that one.
Yeah. So some of the biggest deer that we've gotten up here in the last 4 or 5 years, we took some snapshots of them and put them on the tumblers, and they turned out pretty cool this year. So let's see if we can't get some decent replies here to the comment sections, and best of luck.
That works.
We're looking at doing a contest for this official what stays at camp. Dang, I messed it up. That was going good too. I can roll it back. Feel like
Ready?